fantastic striker. I mean, he's one of the most beautiful strikers in the heavyweight division. He does wild stuff. You ever see how he throws that front kick from a side stance? And he throws it like a twisting kick. He stands like southpaw, right? And he bobs around like this, and he's totally sideways, and he twists his foot out like a twisting kick.
Really put him over, and if he doesn't pull this one off,
he's got to.
Then I'm going to worry about it. But there's so much pressure on him.
Yes.
He's one of those few fighters where when there's more pressure, I trust him more.
Yeah.
Because when the stakes are highest, you said this about Patchy Mix, sometimes guys are gym fighters.
Yep.
I think Tom's did the opposite. You know, because sometimes you watch sparring videos of him, and I'm like, stop putting out sparring videos.
UFC 321 is just around the corner, bringing fans an exciting heavyweight title showdown as Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane prepare to battle for UFC gold. After a long wait, the heavyweight division finally gets its moment, with both fighters training relentlessly to claim dominance and rule the division.
Stone to shoulder, let's go, man. This is a heavy one. Yeah, oh, he's got up. Oh, he's got up, yeah, he's got up. Yeah, perfect. Hang on.
Joe Rogan praised Ciryl Gane's skill set and warned that Tom Aspinall should not underestimate him, emphasizing Gane's speed, precision, and experience ahead of their upcoming fight.
6'5", 247 pounds, moves like 170 pounds. He's bouncing like wonderful. Completely changed the standard of heavyweight striking.
Joe Rogan also highlighted the danger Tom Aspinall brings to the cage, calling him an athletic freak. He admitted that while Francis Ngannou is the most terrifying power puncher in heavyweight history, even he lacks Aspinall's fluid movement. Rogan emphasized that Aspinall's incredible speed and explosiveness make him a unique threat in the division.
He's a freak. Like, I've seen a lot of heavyweight, even Francis, who's like the greatest, scariest power striker I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. No one's scarier than Francis. Francis does not move like Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is significantly faster than every other heavyweight. That's a real problem. That's a real problem.
Daniel Cormier discussed the long-awaited clash between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, saying it's finally happening after a long delay. He disagreed with those calling it one-sided, insisting the matchup is much closer than most think, and believes Aspinall's skill set makes this a highly competitive and unpredictable fight.
Been screaming about this Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom minus 325, Gane plus 260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall minus 325, Ciryl Gane plus 260.
Tom Aspinall admitted the pressure is immense ahead of his showdown with Ciryl Gane, but stressed that Gane feels it too. He noted that Gane has already failed in 2 title attempts, raising the stakes even higher. Aspinall added that neither man wants to be humiliated on such a massive stage, so both must manage the pressure equally.
When you're every fight you have, are you feeling pressure for this one?
Mate, absolutely. Absolutely, but there's certain types of athletes, there's certain types of people, not just athletes. There's those that pressure wears them down, and there's those who shine under pressure, and I am 100% part of the latter. But that being said, it's not just me who's under pressure. It's his 3rd title shot, mate, and he failed the first 2. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure on me, but there's also a lot of pressure on him. There's pressure on both of us. Every fight you go into, there's pressure. I can't speak for the rest of the fighters, but mate, I don't want to get kicked in front of millions of people. That's the biggest pressure in me. I don't want to get battered in front of millions of people. No way about it. So to me, that's the biggest pressure. Titles, all rankings, statistics, all that aside, I don't want to get beat up in front of millions of people, so there's always pressure.
Tom Aspinall revealed that the UFC repeatedly informed him about a potential fight with Jon Jones, prompting him to start multiple training camps. However, each time, plans shifted and Jones eventually retired. Aspinall clarified that his inactivity wasn't by choice but due to the UFC's changing schedule. He admitted the constant uncertainty was mentally draining but also acknowledged it allowed him valuable time to grow, improve his technique, and evolve into a more complete fighter.
Times when the UFC would tell me, right, the John Jones fight is happening in 3 months, for example. So we'd start the training camp, the intensity would up, and then the date would get moved. Like that happened like 3 or 4 times, and then eventually he retired. So it wasn't like I was literally sat waiting for the full year. I did think that the fight was going to come. And then everyone's saying, oh, well, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? I wasn't waiting, I was getting told that the fight was happening, so there's nothing I could really do. My hands were tied completely by the UFC, so.
On the other hand, new light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira shared his thoughts on the Tom Aspinall vs. Ciryl Gane matchup, noting that Gane's fluid movement makes him a difficult opponent. Pereira explained that Gane's elusive footwork could disrupt Aspinall's rhythm early, as his style differs greatly from the aggressive fighters Aspinall has previously faced.
Like Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, like who do you think you will win? And is the winner something that interests him?
Cara, ali é uma luta assim difícil, né? Mas o Tom Aspinall, campeão, vem mais confiante. Mas assim, eu vejo que ele lutou com atletas também assim, muito agressivo, entendeu? E ele tá levando a melhor ali, mas acho que o Ciryl Gane ele é um cara assim mais, que movimenta mais. É um cara que não gosta de se expor, entendeu? Um pouco ali de medo e tal. Então, quando você tem um certo medo, um receio, você acaba não tomando muitos golpes. Então, a gente vai ver. Vamos ver, porque de repente ele pode frustrar um pouco, né? O Tom Aspinall ali, de passa ali primeiro, segundo, terceiro round, vai levando pro final. A gente não sabe como que ele vai se comportar também.
It's a tough fight, you know. Tom is a complete fighter, but I do feel like he's fought a lot of aggressive guys, and I think Gane is a guy who's going to do a lot of movement. He's going to be a little more cautious and you know, just moving around a lot, and might frustrate Tom. You know, so first, second, third round, maybe Tom can't find Ciryl Gane, so I think it's going to be a different fight. We'll see.